See, an asset including a leased asset becoming non-performing when it ceases to generate income from the for the bank. So, for example, a bank has lended money to any company and the company is not paying back the principal amount as well as not paying the interest, then automatically the bank feels that it is a non-performing asset. Okay, even if the particular property is a leased asset, that is only for certain years it has been taken as a lease by the company, but now it is under the loan, automatically that too is included inside this non-performing asset. So that only I gave you an example that if you own a four-wheeler, automatically a car you have, and if you are not using for your personal use, then you can what you can do now, you can have a tie up with other companies which is taking the private cars and also making money out of that, and they are paying the owners. Okay, so that it becomes a performing asset. Okay, so that's a mild example I gave you. So now coming to the point, a non-performing asset was defined as a credit facility in respect of which the interest or installment of principal has remained past due for a specific period of time. So this is, as it is a definition, they say in a, I mean, very very defined manner, but in a crisp way, no principal amount has come and no interest has been paid. So that we say it is a non-performing asset. The specific period was reduced in a phased manner. That is, that they say that if it is for a certain period, that is for 3 months, it becomes first quarter. If it becomes for 6 months, second quarter. Then like this way they add, and for 1 year you have 4 quarters. So now, yes. See, classification, how you classify an asset. You classify an asset by way of performing asset as well as non-performing asset. Some people are waiting in the lobby. Kindly give admission, students, because I cannot go back. Yes, so assets means performing asset, non-performing asset. So performing assets has only one name, that are standard assets. Okay, because it is performing, it is giving, it is paying back the principal as well as it is paying back the interest, so that there is no confusion inside the performing assets. It's a standard asset. So inside non-performing assets, so what are the classification? They are substandard, doubtful, as well as loss asset. So what classification you have under NPA? Under NPA, the categories are there. They are substandard. First of all, must be what we take. It becomes substandard. Then second, it will not come at all. Doubtful. The last one, we declare it is a loss asset. Nothing can be generated from that particular loan. Okay, so that is what the three kinds. And here, substandard assets. The substandard assets, how, when will we declare it is to be substandard? Is the one which has remained NPA for a period less than or equal to 18 months. For example, the loan has been taken from the bank, and for 18 months, for initially they would have paid. For example, first 2 months they would have paid, or else for even for first 1 year they would have paid. After that they would have stopped payment. Okay, that is stopped paying the interest as well as stopped paying the principal amount. If it goes keeps on not paying for 18 months, that is equal to 18 months, then we say that it becomes a substandard asset. Next one, what is that? That is doubtful assets. The doubtful assets which exceeds 18 months, we say doubtful assets. And the next one, loss asset. A loss asset is the one where loss has been identified by the bank, both the ways, that is internal auditor as well as the external auditor or RBI inspectors. They have declared that totally written off wholly. What is the meaning of that? Is they have cheated the bank and they have secured the loan, because even if they by auction, if they sell the assets also, they cannot claim the money which have already been sanctioned as loan. So that is turned into loss assets. In other words, such an asset is considered uncollectible. So loss assets, what's the equivalent word for loss assets? It becomes uncollectible. and of such little value that its continuance, that is what I have said is that no recovery is possible and everything is being considered to be a salvage. Okay, so and there is no warranty also. Okay, that is in future they will pay like that way. If we there is no warranty for that particular asset, then we term this as a loss asset. So once again I'm saying because I'm going to go for the problem, just theory part. Assets are classified into two headings: performing, non-performing. Performing means standard asset. Non-performing means substandard, doubtful, and loss. Okay. For equivalent to 18 months or less, if it is not paying, if it is not the payment of interest and principal is not paid, it becomes substandard. If it crosses 18 months and the principal as well as students, some noise I get. Yes, if it crosses 18 months, then it becomes doubtful debts. Then by any means, we cannot make it collect. We cannot collect any money from that particular loan. Then totally turns into loss asset. And here there are you need not I mean worry. There are some classification here. So let me go. See, standard assets means what we are doing, because what is the meaning of standard assets? You are getting interest. The principal is also being paid. Then for those standard assets, if it is agriculture purpose or for some any small scale industries, if we sectors, if we granted loan, then provision will be 25 percentage only. Students, are you giving admission for the persons who are waiting outside?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. See, what is the meaning of standard? Standard assets means you are getting money from there. Okay, that is loan has been paid in as a way of interest, as well as the principal is also then and there it is paid. So for that purpose, you need to keep some percentage as reserve, that is as a provision, that is 0.25 percentage. Then if it is for commercial real estate, 1 percentage, all this and all you need not worry. I'm going to give you I mean, only the points which we take inside for calculation purpose. Okay, because uh, learning more will not make you. You have to learn, but that is the theory part. But even than that, if it, what are we apply for problems, because that is what more important. Here, provision, how much provision we have to allocate. For standard assets, it is 0.25. For substandard assets, it's 10 percentage. For doubtful assets, and we categorize doubtful assets as up to 1 year